Got DJ Spawn in the building.
Kind of like a ballerina. I said, how you doing? My name's Big L. Don't ask me how I'm living, cause yo, I'm living swell. But then again, hello.
I believe I'm looking to speak to the Cleveland Steamers.
I got the digits. Called on my car phone.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I was doing my duty. I mean,
It is James Lowe from iHeartRadio calling you for your radio interview. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
Pretty good, actually. We have got, as you can hear in the background, we had DJ Spawn. We've got DJ Spawn in the building. And we've got apparently live painting from Crystal Baxter. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But, and we have the Cleveland Steamers on the Skype-a-rooney. How are you, my friends?
Doing great. Doing great, man.
We've got a heck of a collection of things going on today here on this broadcast. We got a lot of moving parts. It happens that way. And we are going to get a hold of Jay Bird Wells on Skype audio as well, so she can chat with us. And we have got the Cleveland Steamers. So tell us a little bit about the Cleveland Steamers.
Okay, well, we just put our third album out, we called it Best Record Ever. We've been a band for about 6 years, I guess now, here in Cleveland. We don't really tour. We only play at a bar in Cleveland called the Maple Grove. We're sort of a spontaneous band. Came from, we're all long-term musicians here in Cleveland. I was in a band called the Pink Holes back in the 80s. Nick Suma, the guitar player, he came out of a band called the Floyd Band. And so, anyhow, that's sort of it. We're sort of, my wife, Meredith, is here with me. She sings, and I play bass, and my name's Cheese. And
Cheese in the building. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. How's Wichita today?
It's not doing bad. It's not doing bad at all. We've got all sorts of things going on today. We have got the Cleveland Steamers joining us today here on Skype audio as part of our Sunday radio broadcast. You also hear it Tuesdays on the Mix, and we've had all sorts of things happen today here on our broadcast. It's just kind of spontaneous. Now, so Cleveland Steamers, tell us how you guys got started doing this music thing.
Well, I had a friend named Larry Lewis. He also went by the name Larry Maddock. He was a long-term punk musician here in Cleveland. He goes way back to starting in the late '70s. He was on some of the big stuff that came out of Cleveland, like Cleveland Confidential LP and EP that was made by Mike Hudson from the Pagans. But anyhow, Larry got cancer in 2011, and before he died, he wanted to record a few songs. And he got me and Nick Suma and Steve O from Death of Samantha, and we did a couple songs with Larry before he passed. Put that out on a single on Smogvale. But then after Larry died, we decided to, the three of us decided to stick together and do some songs. So that's sort of the band really formed out of Larry's ashes,
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, so how did you get the name the Cleveland Steamers? Because I know that there's going to be a bunch of morons in our audience that are going to have all sorts of reasons and why they think that this happened. Besides the fact you guys are from Cleveland.
Yeah, well, this is a true story here. My grandfather used to work there's a big rail yard in Collinwood on the east side of Cleveland. Well, there was. It's gone now, mostly. But anyhow, back in the day in the 40s, and they had a bowling team, and they were actually called themselves, because they worked on the steam engines, and they called themselves the Cleveland Steamers.
That's awesome.
And so that's where we got it from. But yeah, it's sort of over the years, there's also a derogatory term that got connected. But it
has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, because our audience, they will instantly gravitate towards the derogatory term. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, well, that's a lot more known. That's more known than my grandfather's bowling team from 50 or 70 years ago.
Well, I'll tell you, in the world that we live in, your grandfather's bowling team should be known more for Cleveland Steamers than the derogatory term. At least that's my opinion. So.
Yeah. Those days are gone, though. Huh?
Well, we've got the Cleveland Steamers joining us today on the telephone, and they are fantastic. And you can find them online. They are all over the place. Tell us about your social media and websites and everything.
Well, we're not really big on that, but we go through Smogvale. If you go to smogvalerecords.com, that's pretty much where all our info is. There is some videos on YouTube and stuff. If there's some stuff on there, but we don't really do we don't have a website or a MySpace or Bandcamp. I think we're on Bandcamp, maybe. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no. So, but yeah, if you go to smogvalerecords.com, that's the best place to check us out.
Awesome.
Or YouTube.
Awesome. The Cleveland Steamers with us today.
Do you like the record? Have you been playing it at all?
Oh yeah, we love it. It is pretty damn amazing. That's why we wanted to have you on today, because you guys are making some cool music out there. Cleveland Steamers with us today. They join us on Skype a Rooney, and we have got all sorts of things coming up. And in fact, coming up here in our next segment, we're going to be talking to the rapper. What the hell's going to be going on there? But we got the Cleveland Steamers with us right now. Check out smogvale.com for more information, and you can pick up all sorts of different things from Smogvale Records and the Cleveland Steamers. And so you've got Cleveland Steamers' best record ever, the LP or the CD. It's available at smogvale.com. Tell us a little bit about the best record ever.
Well, as far as the title, or just like the songs?
Just tell us about the songs and the album. Give us all the details here, my friend.
All right. Okay. Well, like I say, I play the bass, and I write the tunes, and it was sort of this was about a 2-year one. It's got some different influences. Some of the political environment inspired some of the stuff that I was writing, like at the end of 2016, and but there's we sort of go all over the board, and I'm not really into my voice. I sing a couple songs, but my wife sings great. She sings the majority. And then I have a good friend that I used to be in a band with, a guy named Bob Sabek. We were in a band called the Two Bobs together, and he was in the Defniks. But anyhow, so if I write like what I consider like a really sort of like a nasty punk song or that needs like some attitude, Bob, I get him. He'll come and sing it. So he sings the final cut on it, Shut Up. He's great at like having like an attitude voice, and but the songs are sort of all over the place. There's like a sci-fi one sort of bass called Dream of Me.
It's very eclectic.
Yeah,
There's lots of diversity on this record.
But I think it's cohesive though if you listen to it, And Ryan Foltz he drums on a lot of it, and he mixed and produced. He's worked with Rancid and Tim Armstrong a lot and stuff. So he's really a pro. So it was great working with him. And I don't know. Like I say, we're pretty happy with it. Usually I hate everything I did by this point in time, but I still sort of like this one. So
we also worked with some great new kids called Archie and the Bunkers.
That is awesome.
Yeah, you should definitely check them out too. They've got records that are out on Norton and I'm not sure
Dirty Water
Records, but Emmett O'Connor plays drums on a track, and his brother Cullen plays organ on a couple of our tracks.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
we're learning all sorts of stuff today.
Yeah, they're great kids. They're sort of the young hot thing here in Cleveland. But yeah, definitely you want to check them out if you're into like garage.
That's fantastic.
70s punk sound and 60s garage. Yeah, Archie and the Bunkers. Definitely check them out.
Archie and the
They're great
Bunkers.
kids.
That's awesome. We have got the Cleveland Steamers, which is another awesome band with us today here in our broadcast. They have Best Record Ever. The LP or the CD is available at Smog Veil Records. Go to the website, smogveil.com. That's SMOGVEIL.com. Check that out today. The Cleveland Steamers with us today here on our big broadcast. And I guess before we let you guys go, you guys just have this record out. You're going to be playing off and on throughout the rest of the year. Is that pretty much what you guys got coming up?
Yeah. Like I say, we because some of the other members in the band are in a band called 45 Spider. Nick, the guitar player, and Ryan, he's the drummer. But they're also in a band called 45 Spider. They've been getting a lot of play on Little Steven's show and stuff. And anyhow,
That's
they've
awesome.
been touring a bit. So we've just Nick owns a bar on the east side of Cleveland. So we just that's like where we play. We just sort of spontaneously pop up and play there. Sort of a weird thing that we are, but no plans to tour for the rest of this year, anyhow.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on our broadcast, and appreciate you making time.
Hey. All right, thanks for having us, and thanks for playing the record.
Definitely. You guys are fantastic, and I appreciate the time. Thank you, guys.
All right, have a good one.
Appreciate it. There goes the Cleveland Steamers, and they are fantastic. And we're going to go back to DJ Spawn, who's going to wiggy and do all that stuff. And he's got the Nerve DJs going.